How you?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining.
Yeah.
You just wrapped up. You been at the crib? What?
Man, I got here about 4 o'clock, man, cause I went and took a nap. I looked at the time, I
Yeah.
was like, get on up. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Uh,
you know, you take a nap, you be like, man, I'm just gonna be here for like 20 minutes. You that nap be like, it just engulf you in that jank, yo.
that shit turned to sleep real quick, dog.
Who you
Real
telling?
quick. uh, you enjoyed this episode?
I thought it was gonna be more about, I'm used to like that BBE, going to school, you used to somebody being like, this is step one, step two, step three. And I was expecting it to be more of that. So just trying to grasp what what was this, because I was tuning in for the scalability, because like how you scale the business. But I mean, it was pretty cool. It was informative. I just wish it was more like BBE, where he like when he get down to what he want to tell you, like, all right, this is step one, step two, step three. But how about you? How did you enjoy it?
It's funny because I think with both of them, I kind of know what I'm gonna get.
Okay,
I kind of like when y'all do pick social proof because I do like conversations more.
okay,
I like
okay.
conversations more. But I think it's my problem. Because like you said, with BEB, he gives you steps of what to do to help out whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
I think what I grasp from conversations is, okay, I still need to figure out what I'm doing.
Say that again. You still what?
I still need to figure out what I'm doing. What do I want to do?
Okay,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I figure I get more of that from the conversations.
Okay.
When it comes to like instructions, I'm like, all right, I got instructions, I know what to do, but I don't know what to do it with. Like
Oh, okay.
I
All
get
right.
mixed up with, and it's part of me because I get mixed up with the podcast and what my focus should be, which is how to make more money with my shipping business. But it's like also like when I hear about like data is everything, and I just think about ad space and shit like that. That's what I need to be doing with the podcast because
Yeah.
like I think I have something. I just got to put the work in. And that was funny, like what Donna was saying. Like, yeah, do you want to put that amount of work in though? Like she was talking just to be a millionaire. I'm just talking like, and that's why I did enjoy this conversation. I took a lot of notes, and I think when I listened to it, I just wrote down what I heard, hoping that when we had this conversation, I could look at my notes and start a conversation off that, if that makes sense. Um, so I guess the first thing was the whole scalable or saleable business. Like I said, we pulled up trying to find out how to scale our business.
Yeah.
So then, so then I got caught up in the whole, am I making a business that is saleable, or do I want to make a business that I can make larger, make more profitable, make, scalable? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, so you have an answer for that? Because I think when they went to the whole fact that all of their businesses are them, so it's kind of hard to sell
That's
you.
yeah, it's hard to sell you, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's the issue I'm, you know, struggling with. Like, if I'm going to take, I think it's good that I draw and I paint, but I think in the back of my mind, I do want a business that I can have some type of leverage, like where it's not just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want something that is not like, that I can just, or I can teach an employee, hey, this is the steps you need to do. This is what XYZ custom come in. This is what you do, blah, blah, blah. And then we can scale that way. You know what I mean? But with the art that's the unique part. She talked about that later on. Like, is it unique? The moat thing, I think for me, the uniqueness is me, you know? So I don't know. I think I still need to continue on with what I'm doing right now because I'm still getting success. Um, but I think in the near future I want to do something that I can. It's something. I ain't gonna say nothing like that. But if I want to do something that it does, I can step away for a while, and somebody else can, just they can take the reins or whatever I taught them and go with it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did write down the whole a moat, like having a moat, and like you said, it is like what makes you you. You know what I mean? But that's what prohibits you from being able to like walk away from it, so to say. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because like it could be the idea that you produce, but it's still it's not. Yeah, you were made the idea what it is though.
yeah,
I mean, so yeah, and I guess the whole what are you building a business for? And because I guess he was talking about the fact that he was building a business so he could afford the life that he lived. He could just do cool stuff with his friends and stuff like that. And it wasn't really just about being the richest person or being able to do all this stuff. So I kind of look at it the same way. Like, yeah, I just want to be. I think I just want to be comfortable also. So
hmm
I think I have like benchmarks, income benchmarks that I want to hit. If
yeah,
that makes sense. So I guess that's my whole scalable situation. Like I want, like if I have ship it and I have wear and I have non-time bout, I want to be able to increase all of them so that my income that year goes up. And then once I hit that benchmark, do it again and figure out a way to make every one of those business do more. You know,
yeah.
it won't leave me in a situation where I can sell it. I mean, I guess I could sell my shipping company at one point, but the other two, you know, what I mean, that's more just me. But that's just me running off at the mouth.
I don't know, man. They were talking about like, which I found interesting. They were saying like social proof could be so. Somebody came to them about social proof. I was like, dang, that's. But how can you do that though? I mean, how can you sell the whole idea of social proof is them? You know what I mean? So I don't understand like
Yeah,
how can you sell something like that? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, are you
it's
just gonna
like
sell the information? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
it don't make sense. Like the person that buys it is like, yeah, I'm just buying my competition so I can do my shit. Like that's what it sounds like to me. Like,
It is bound to take them out the way.
yeah, because I can't, like,
They got some deep pockets, so they can do that.
yeah, but me, yeah, because you're looking at the amount of money you're about to make back though, because you took out your competition, so you're about to get all of those customers you're pursuing, and that's
Yeah,
what I guess that's what Jay Jones always talk about with Books a Million and Barnes and Noble.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They didn't buy the inventory; they bought the emails. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They bought all the customers, so you know what I mean? Hey, the competition's gone. Y'all need books. I know y'all want books. Come holler at
yeah.
me. Like
That
that's
is smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I wrote down purpose over freedom. I think Donnie said it. Donnie was on point this episode. Like I enjoyed, besides her laugh, I enjoyed this episode, yo. Like I
Oh
really,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, she was on point, yo. Real talk.
yeah.
But yeah, purpose over freedom. I wrote that down. Does that make anything? That make any that ring to you? That make any sense to you? Those words?
Meaning like, uh, which one is more important? I would choose purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like success, if you have a purpose in life, that I think the success comes from the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Once you find out what your purpose is and you are consistent in it, then success will follow. And then eventually I feel like freedom will follow also. If you are really in within your purpose. You know what I'm saying? I just I just feel like yeah, that you will it'll come eventually, but you're gonna have a road where you're gonna have to do a lot of stuff like until you reach that plateau where you that freedom comes. Um, what
Yeah.
about you? Like, go ahead.
No, I guess that's why I guess I should have wrote down chasing, like you're
Mhm.
chasing purpose instead of chasing freedom. But like I said, with purpose, your freedom will come either through your purpose because you feel free to be able to do what you're put here to do,
Yeah,
or that, like you said, the freedom, the purpose led you to success, which led you to freedom, whatever your freedom is, whether that's time or the fact that you can do what you want to do, or what
yeah,
you feel good. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, slow down to speed up.
Yeah, I heard that part too. And
What's that? What's that to
she was
you?
saying some stuff that like
Is
they
it?
kind of resonated with me. Like, yo, if you want to let go some stuff, I mean, if you want to reach to another level, some things you're gonna have to let go. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking like, all right, what would I have to let go? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think maybe just focus on one aspect of of the business, I guess. That would be like, what's the most successful part of the business right now? You know what I mean? And just focus on that. You know what I mean? I think that that'll lead to success. I think I got in my mind, I'm not trying to pursue so many other business ventures right now. I'm just really focused on what I'm doing with Smith Art Productions. So I think the next step would be okay, finding out exactly what is it that is successful about it, and then focus in on that so I can scale. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Um, yeah, slow down to speed up. I feel like I always need to slow down. I feel like I'm always doing too much, but that goes in the whole. And I didn't realize till I pulled up on YouTube that this joint was called Confused Entrepreneur.
That's what it says.
That's yeah, that's what it says on YouTube. Like I was like, well, this is perfect then. Like this is perfect. And that's exactly what I am. Like I'm just
I just saw scalability. I was like, yo, like,
makes sense. Yeah, but like I said, I
yeah.
pulled up on YouTube and I got home. It said if I put in, 527, and it said confused entrepreneur. I like, yeah, that's perfect because I think at the end of the day, my goal is not to work for nobody,
Hmm.
but I think that gets in the way of like, okay, but what are you actually doing to make sure you don't have to work for nobody else? You know what I mean? To like, yeah, I think that's
Do
my
you feel like you're confused or that like, I don't know, man. Like on some levels, I like juggling several different things, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you do it real well. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I see you, like, damn, how you got time? Like, man, I'm like, I only got 20 for like how many hours this dude got, man? He be just like, you like the energizer bunny, man. So like, do you feel like you're doing too much, or do you feel like what you're doing right now? Because I feel like from the outside looking in, I mean, it seems like you're executing them real well, man. You're scaling them. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the time to do multiple different things, um, and you seem like you got time left over. Seems like I don't know. I mean, I'm not there when you're doing it,
well.
but
I say prioritize. I
mhm.
think my problem is prioritize.
Okay,
Um, Prioritizing the order of operations. Like a lot
okay,
of
yeah,
times, like when I tell y'all bump into success, like I do stuff when I'm in the mood to do that, and I do it a lot, and then I end up with a lot of that. So then it looks like I have like I'm doing it at a steady pace, but it's like, oh, I did a bunch here, and I just stretch it out. If that makes sense.
okay,
Um, but it's about prioritizing, and that's life and business. You know what I mean? Like I always talk about, like I come here a lot of times, I'm confused about whether I need to do this for the clothing line or do this for the podcast. But it's like find a way to scale your shipping business because that's your that's your income. So like that's what the conversation really needs to be about. So I think a lot of times when I say confused, I really mean like priorities aren't really important. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I don't really know how to. I, that's what confusion comes in. I think I do know how to scale with the shipping, but I don't trust the process and or my process. So I think right now the way I can get to another level is to put myself in the office and put somebody in my vehicle. You know what I
okay,
mean? And that's the step right now. Um, but at the same time, it's like I'm learning about how to make money in the vehicle on my own, opposed to just one broker I have right now. Like I found a way to make more money aside from him, but I don't have the time because I'm always working for him, if that makes sense.
Mm.
But it's also like, but you're getting up in age, you got to preserve your body, so you got to get in the warehouse. So you have to find somebody that can drive your vehicle. And it's like, that's a whole nother can of worms. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's hard to trust somebody with your vehicle, but that's part of the game. Like,
Yeah.
anybody in this industry knows that, yeah, you're taking a risk putting somebody in your vehicle. All right, whatever. Nigga, like,
If you had two vehicles, would you feel like your trust anxiety would like go down? Or would you feel like because you see the vehicle as that's your bread and butter, if something goes down with that, then hey, what am I gonna do until this thing gets fixed? You know what I'm saying?
um, I guess yes and no, because when you said two vehicles, my mind first went to if I had the business or the need for two vehicles. That's part one. Like if I got the need
Okay.
for two vehicles, then we can just make it happen. But at this
Yeah.
point right now, I barely have the need for one vehicle because it's slow right now. Like it's just slow.
Oh,
I go into the warehouse, I'm gonna have to find somebody to work in my vehicle for not a lot of money with the promise that it's going to get better. You know what I mean? It's like that's just a lot of shit to do. You know,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but you got to jump sooner or later. Also,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Can't be scared of risk and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just my I guess my rambling about that because I really do want to. I got to figure that shit out. 'Cause that's my long term plan. The podcast ain't my long term plan. The hoodies, they ain't my long term plan. Those are my passions. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, that's what I was about to ask. Like, um,
No recap, but we still got you. Two 4 for 10s dropping this week. Plus, there's two brand new combos added to the channel. We talking about rap with DL3 and Cousins talking business with Above the Crowd and Smith Our Production. Tap in. Now talking about.
I was gonna ask, like, do you enjoy the podcast more than you enjoy the shipping?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoy the hell out of it. Like I enjoy the conversations I get to have with people, the random places they go, and recently the appreciation that people have for the conversations that I have with them. And that
Hmm.
comes from mostly strangers. Like a
Okay.
lot of times I go to the football field and it's random people coming and speaking to me. I don't know these people. They just know me from interviewing somebody that they knew. Like the last game I played, I
Yeah.
seen a dude jersey. I'm like, oh yeah, I interviewed one of his teammates. This dude
Yeah.
addressed me as Mo the entire time, like he knew me, and was just talking to me the entire time. And I'm like, I don't. Okay, cool. Like it's cool because you know what I mean. Like I appreciate that, but it's like I was lost. Like it was just weird. One of like my funniest moments is like we was at the state tournament and we going up for the coin toss. You know what I mean? And dude like yeah man, I enjoyed the podcast show. That joke all right. And this team kept like, about to play these niggas, man. Chill out. They're like,
You're not in the zone at all.
yeah, yeah. And this Sunday, I asked the dude, I was like, yo, I never got to ask a chance. I never got a chance to ask you, did you enjoy the convo? How was it? He was like,
Mm.
yeah, man, my mom really enjoyed that. I was like, yo, like
Yeah,
that's
his
the great.
mom's like,
Yes. Yeah, like I mean,
what?
because I forget about the fact that I'm interviewing niggas that's like 22, 23,
Yeah,
like you know what I mean, like and then the fact like sometimes like my dad would be like, yeah, I seen the conversation I had with, yeah, like he seen a couple of these.
oh yeah,
It's just like
yeah,
so that I do appreciate that. It's not a lump sum, but it's coming from people I know, so I do
yeah,
appreciate that, and that does make me feel good. So that goes back to the passion. Like I said, going to the field, like this junk I got on right now, I just sold like three of them to people that this is the logo for for my team. I sold like three or four of these to dudes that never played on my team. They just like, oh, that's dope. Let me get one. Like just as simple as that. Like
yeah,
so, going to the field and just seeing the nigga in your shit like that, that feels good. On top of the me already having the clothing line, just that feels good. So like I said, both of those are passions, but it's like I will focus on this so you can still be able to do that. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Um, yeah, like so that's me rambling again, but
Did they say anything in there that like if you wanted to increase the scale? Because they pretty much in the same space as you. You know what I'm saying? Like interviewing people and stuff like that. Did they say anything that like, hey, like if I do this, then so I could take something away from this? Like, did they say anything in there that like that kind of resonated with you? Like, man, like if I just did what they did, I can up this to another level with the podcast.
Um, I'm not gonna say I know what to do to scale.
Uh-huh.
I know it takes, like Donnie said, do you really want to put in that type of work? You know what I mean? Like, I know I have to reach the 1,000 subscriber, 1,000 view benchmark to even start thinking about monetizing.
Okay.
That's why I always say, like, my first approach or even thinking about trying to get money off the podcast will be from ad space from people I know. Like
Yeah.
$25 get you a spot on this joint for the next 4 episodes, something like that. Like that'd be my plan. So then it
Yeah.
goes back to I think Jay Jones said this a couple episodes. He was like, you don't want to charge a nigga $5. You don't want to charge your man's just $5 for that because you feel like you're too small. But it's like, wow, like you're offering something, just go with that. Don't be
Yeah.
scared. No. You know what I mean? So that was a random thought on how to profit off the podcast at the point that it's at now. But yeah, that's the thought. Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of why I be pushing y'all on the commercials. So hopefully, like if the commercials are like that and somebody sees it, then and it's more about when somebody says something, I need to know how to jump on opportunities also. Because somebody nigga, I think people mention stuff around me, and I'm like, oh word, and I don't jump on what they're like. You know how people dangle something out and
Yeah.
want you to continue the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't capitalize on that. I've noticed that when I get back in the car sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, damn,
Okay.
I think he was kind of leading on to this or something like that. You know what I mean? So just being in that thought of mind more often. And kind of understanding what I do and what I offer also. Not just and not
Yeah.
saying myself. My man, go ahead.
Now listen to
Okay,
you.
okay, yeah.
He said,
Like
"Go
I
ahead."
yeah, I ain't
No,
really
that was intent. What you were
okay, yeah.
talking about?
I ain't wanna
Like,
yeah, I ain't wanna ramble, but you know what I
oh
mean?
no,
It's
no.
good just to like I said, sometimes, and that's why I like about conversations. Like we just listened
Mm,
to a conversation now, we're just having a conversation. Like the
yeah,
whole, I thought it went to the next episode. Did you listen to the entire episode?
I'm gonna be honest. I
Okay.
woke up, turned on the J, skip, skip, skip.
So at
I
the
did see
end,
the part about it was talk about like the dude got mad and he was like, yeah, he went in, he did an old Jim Jones.
yeah. So
Like he was hot, boy. Huh?
that conversation was fire, and Donnie was on fire again, cause they played. So what's the dude name? David. He introduced the situation. He played the joint, and then he showed us that he had to do on air for him that interview with.
Yeah.
And then he asked Donnie how she felt about it, and then she just flamed him. And then I feel like Dave was like, "All right, cool. So we flame him. Let's go." So he jumped on him. You know, like, that was hilarious. But it was like when she was like, "Yo, you're mad at him because he asked you for $750." So it was
Yeah.
funny for her to, she got all the money in the world. So it was funny for her to say it like that, $750. Because even I was like, damn, nigga, $750. Like you're going to rant about that? Like you showing like 750 helped me out a lot. But I'm not going to rant about that in public, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah,
so it was just so interesting. It was so interesting to hear her point of view and that I don't want to say ignorance. Well, ignorance is the correct word because I don't want to. I'm not saying stupidity. I'm saying ignorance, which means you don't know. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So his ignorance and delusionalness about the entire situation was
yeah,
just so interesting to see. You know what I mean? And when she was like, "Yo, if you're not ready to be in that league and offer that, then basically just stay on the porch." And there's nothing wrong with that. And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but so what I heard from that was like, yeah, I'm not really trying to put in that type of work right now. I might need to stay on the porch for a little while to get this type of stuff in order, and then I can jump off, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
like, because she said it's nothing wrong with it. Because it's like, okay, what do you want right now? Like for
Yeah.
myself right now, for an interview, I'm not at the point where I'm paying somebody for interviews. I'm not gonna just because you're that good, like, cause like, so for this flag football team, the Olympic trials, it was the final 12, like for the country. I had one of those dudes on my podcast.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of like, so I could reach out to one of those other 12 and maybe pay or try, or offer to pay, but what am I actually getting out of that?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got a name, but I don't know. I don't even know the proper ways to push that. I don't even have a proper amount of viewers right now, so that'll be
Yeah.
a waste. You know, what I mean? Because like
Right.
right now, I feel like I have a good amount of real good interviews that are getting lost because nobody knows about it. Simple as that. Like I had some
Mm.
very good conversations, but nobody knows about it. But you know what I mean? So sometimes you're not ready for that.
So how does that industry blow up? Like, does it just be consistency over years after years or months after month and it just blow up?
I think
Or do you get on? Because I seen one person said like, if you want to increase views, because I'm trying to apply that to my model, like, and I use some stuff that I learned from you too, like, just being on somebody else's who got like a platform, and then you know what I'm saying. And I seen that look like I did this thing with Third Saturday, right, bro, and like they put me on theirs. And that jank just like it just I was like, oh snap, like it still be getting people coming like liking my jank, following my jank. And I'm like, oh, this is how this jank work. Like you like, you know what I'm saying? I got like I said, I know another person, what they've been doing, they just been paying for, you know what I'm saying? I ain't at the point where I want to pay nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? For influencers or nothing like that. But just being on somebody else's platform. And then like what you were saying, like, all right, tell them to like and share. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be seeing that be working. Like then people will be like, all right, they see their name in the jank, then they put it on theirs. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe is that, you know what I mean, it's more of just being in the proximity of somebody who already got like if they got a platform, then you partner with them and then their viewers become your viewers.
I think those are the two biggest things:
Uh,
consistency and cross branding.
okay.
Because that one time that you're on the correct episode or the correct brand and they come to your site, you gotta have something there. They can't
Okay.
be the 1 week you didn't put something there because they came here for something new. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Or they came here last week because you was fired, and then the next week you ain't dropped nothing. They're like, "Oh, I'm out." Like that was I'm out because it's that quick. So I think consistency and cross brand. And it's funny because I just hit somebody up to get on their joint right before we got on because I like the conversation that was had. Like it is
Mhm.
somebody that I had on my. It's I think I've had 4 people on my podcast that have podcasts, and I've yet to do my part by going on their podcast. You know what I mean? Um, Cross branding again, like you said. When I tag you and be like, mention me, just so I can repost it. Just as simple as that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
small stuff like that.
Smith Art Productions, self portraits, art pieces, and merch. Coming to a city near you soon. In the meantime, come vibe with them. Artists in the Alley, every second Saturday in Pomona, California. Third Saturdays, held in downtown Ontario's Art District. Follow the journey, collect the art, wear the visions.
Like you said with the third street, like you get seen on their stuff. And
Yeah.
even if both of you have 100, that's 99 different. That's 198 because that's you know what I mean a whole bunch of different joints right there. So
Yeah.
that's perfect. You know, like that's
Yeah.
but it go back to consistency also, man. Like you
Yeah.
got to be because niggas lose interest real quick. It just a scroll. They can
I
forget
know.
that you were the scroll, dog. Like
Hey,
shining
back
eyes
to the
on
what
it, dog.
we talk about with the dude, right? I felt the interested, like, cause I found myself like I ain't gonna say I got in a rant, but you just have those business gripes, right? And I had this one instance where this person was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, I can, yeah, you can come like what you could do is you could do your art and you know what I'm saying on my jank right backyard. I ain't got no money to pay you right. And so I seen this thing where this what's his name Bernie Mac. You know that clip where he be going through and he be smacking people. He be going down the he be going down this like the subway, just smacking people, right? And
Yeah.
then it was like I can't remember what all the other ones were saying. Like it was a different one. Artists don't they don't want to do this, but then the last one they really said, yeah, it said the same exact words. This person told me, like, yeah, I could get you exposure, but I can't pay you. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was like, I was like, ask my wife, I was like, should I post this? She's nah, just keep it positive. I wanted to post that Jane so bad. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of felt what the dude was talking about, but at the same time, like what he was saying was kind of like ignorant. But now then I was like, do I am I kind of like that now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as if in a certain instance, that would be helpful, depending on, you know what I'm saying, like the parameters around it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get on like if it was somebody who got a major platform, this exposure would be good enough. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then it would be somebody that's just like, yeah, I can just put you in the backyard and you to be drawing. And I can't pay you nothing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that person that's you got the hat and you know, you just, you know what I'm saying? In some ways that work, but
Yeah, it depends on whether you know how to capitalize off of all type of offers.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's funny because I wrote it down. I was confused by the whole book story when he was like, the dude, the dude, the dude he wanted to come speak at one of his joints. And he's like he ain't had the money. But he was like he'll put the books. He just wanted to put the books in all
Oh
these
yeah.
chairs. And
Yeah.
I didn't really understand. I didn't really understand what David was saying. He was like, yeah, but then he said like he know that it's something in that book, like because he kept saying like I didn't want to ask this nigga, I didn't want to ask him like how much you need from me. He's like, oh nothing,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like it was like, oh cool, all right. But he was like he
Yeah.
had so much confidence in whatever's in that book is going to lead to money down the line. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like I said, I
Yeah.
didn't understand what David was saying with the whole metaphor or why he did it. Why because he compared it to a situation where somebody asked him was like, yeah, you got 50,000, I can speak to you. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I ain't got that. And went to the next person, and this was the next person. He was like, yeah, 30,000, you know, what I mean, books or whatever. He's like, yeah, I ain't got that, but what do you need from me? Like, oh, nothing. And then he said later on, you know, he got confidence in that book. So like with the offer, like, yeah, I can put you in the backyard. And you be like, no, and then you walking down the street, you see like it's 1,000 people in this nigga backyard that day. Like, oh god damn, that what you meant? Like, I didn't know your backyard was a fucking like you didn't explain how your backyard was, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't know the correct questions to ask. You know what I mean? Like your backyard, you didn't know my backyard was like actually a place that's called my backyard. Cause you know what I mean, you didn't I think a lot of times we just thinking, I think, oh yeah, think bigger. We were thinking small. Like if that nigga said
Yeah.
my backyard, we think about this nigga, I mean this backyard, not knowing like niggas that could be a person's company. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
just like we're limiting beliefs. Like they said it later on. I wrote that down strong. I definitely have limited.
Man, I ran into that this week, so I dropped my paintings off. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm trying to be on. So I'm on. I'm gonna be showing at this place called Artists in the Alley, right? And then next weekend I'm gonna be doing my other thing that I always do third Saturdays. It's my first time there. I ain't never Pomona is a big spot for art. You know what I'm saying? Like just and I feel like third Saturday's got the same platform from them. Long story short, I get there, right? And like it's like this little like it's a business complex, but the person lives there. So I'm walking in and I'm like, yo, like, so what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like he said, oh, we just show this. Like he said, but we're gonna have a DJ, we're gonna have a bar, we're gonna have vendors. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I looked on my page because it's the same spot that one of the dudes that I met at the other spot he'd be at. And he said he always on his he says, catch me here. Because I'm like use the same thing. I'm like, catch me here, do some other type of words so
Yeah.
you can see me, you can have a consistent spot to see me almost like a store. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I was like, it felt like the same thing. Like you looking at it like from a different lens, you're like, man, this is like a little rinky dink, not rinky dink, but you look at like, well, how can I benefit from this?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, all right, I think this, even if it was exposure, because he's gonna have a lot of people that probably there because they're gonna have food, you know what I'm saying?
You
They're gonna,
gotta
like
say
you
those
said, they're gonna
same
have,
words
and
and
you know, it's alcohol there, so you know people
yeah.
showing up.
But you gotta say those same words in a different tone. Like, how can I benefit from this? Like you gotta say
Yeah,
it the same words, you gotta say it differently. You know, I'm like, how can I how can I benefit from this? Like, let me
Yeah,
think, let me sit down and think about how can I benefit from this instead of
yeah,
thinking, how can I benefit from this? You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that we gotta think it, yeah, I like that. That's
And then he said, "Oh yeah, you can say so. How much I got to pay you?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "Okay, all right. Well, like if it do good, it do good. If
yeah,
it don't, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Good to see you. It was good to see you. Like so what you wear to the what are you wearing to these events? You wearing new shit? What are you wearing? Your own merch? What's going on?
I'm gonna wear the same. Like, so this time I'm doing the same thing I did. I'm gonna put a Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Kendrick because they be asking for you to put these little bars, like these. It's a little wire that you put on, and those three ones already got wires on it because I had them in another vending another gallery.
Okay.
So I just put them in there. So right now I got four of my paintings out right now. I got the Lions, the art gallery, and then I got this other one it's gonna be showing this Saturday. And it's another art event right down the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Pomona is like the hub, like for like all types
Knew
of
this
stuff.
or this is new information?
Huh?
You knew this or this is new information because you've been outside?
No, my boy Big E been telling me about it. I just never got a chance to go down there and check it out, right? So I was like, you know what? Like now, I just all I be doing is like sending out information, be like, all right, how I get into this? How I get into this? Like now, I'm just that's all I'm doing is like, all right, how do I get into this event? How do I get into that event? They send me back information. They accept me, cool. They don't, fine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I knew about it, but this will be my first time actually going and participating in it. So I'm just like, I just want, I'm amped to kind of see what it's gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
No.
Like I stumbled to the last one. I was like, all right, I ain't gonna sell that. I got some stuff going on.
Everything that happens is motivation.
And I this one, this couple came by and it was like, it was looking at, I said, yeah, come on in. I was like, yeah, I see you looking at it. Had a conversation. Dude was like, yeah, man, what was your inspiration for it? I said, oh yeah, beautiful women. And I said, yeah, but mostly my wife. He said, say no more. You know what I'm saying? Then he bought the J, right? So
Word.
it's like
That's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah. So I mean, I stumbled into that one. So I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna start putting myself out there. Like I said, like just being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Start keep on posting. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like more success with that. Keep on posting. And then also just start showing up as to many places I can. You know what I'm saying? Being in as many places like, you know, like because all right, I got people know me from Third Saturday, but then I come over here and be a Pomona. And now I'm trying to like I want to get a LA scene. You know what I'm saying? Like something in LA. But I think those two spots right now, I'm just gonna do them like I'm gonna try to do it every weekend until like maybe November. That's when it
Okay.
kind of like died in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot, I want to say make me a commercial about that, but
I need to. I
I,
need to. I'm gonna be
I,
like, I should be like, hey, I'm gonna be at this spot right here. Look, I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, I'm just being what's the word? Like just I don't know which word it is, but I'm not hearing you about
yeah,
the what's we call it because I'm still in the process of like I just need to step out because like I think and the other thing in my head is like all right I just sent my information then it's just gonna have to be a process with that because I'm gonna send out my information to go say Smith Art Production but then it's gonna be really gonna be C Smith Art, you know what I mean? So I think this weekend I'm just gonna go ahead. I ain't gonna think. I'm just gonna go ahead and just change it. You know what I mean? So I can actually move on to more stuff. Like, cause now I really want to start doing the ads. But
okay.
I was like, I done sent out like all this week. I just been sending out stuff, and I was like, man, I put in Swift Art Production, and I'm like, I'm waiting for the emails to come back to see if I'm gonna be actually in it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, but I'll send you something. Let me work on something tonight. What you saying? Like, put an ad in. Like, I'm gonna be at.
I was about to say, because I was about to say send me the information. I'll do it myself because I'm trying to get into. I enjoy doing it. Like I enjoy
Uh,
the commercials. I don't know whether y'all see them or not. They don't be nothing too fancy. It's just more about the information and me getting more comfortable with talking or whatever. And I think like I feel like I get better with each commercial, even if it's just pictures. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But so every you said every third Sunday or Saturday. What is that?
Should I send you like one day flyers, or
Yeah,
should I just send you the information?
both.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you said you got every third Sunday or Saturday. What is it?
Yeah, every third Saturday. That's in Ontario. So it's every third Saturdays in it underscore DTO, capital letters for the DTO. Then it's artists in the alley for the this one I'm about to be in this weekend.
That's
And
that's a week. That's a recurring joint or
it's
what?
it's every month. You know what I'm saying? Like one is on the second Saturday, and the other one is on the third Saturday.
Okay,
So the third Saturday is like it says in the thing, third Saturday at DTO stands for downtown Ontario.
okay.
And
And
then
both of these spots in Palmont. What's it called?
so
Oh,
one is in Ontario, like Ontario, Canada, but
yeah,
Ontario, California.
yeah.
That's one, and then the other one is Pomona. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Pomona, California.
All right, I'll look
And
it
it's
up.
from like 5 to 10.
Okay.
So yeah.
So third Saturday and then once a month. On what day? Palmola is what?
Oh, it don't
Out in the
matter.
alley.
Like it's always gonna fall on that third Saturday.
Third Saturday is the Ontario joint,
Yeah,
but the artist in the alley. What's that?
that's in Pomona. And that's on second Saturday.
That's on second Saturday. Or worse,
Yeah,
back to back Saturdays. That's fine.
yeah,
That's fine. That's
yeah.
fine.
I'm gonna start doing that every. I'm trying to figure out how I could switch it up. And like, I'm thinking about taking this, like, my thing says artist, husband and all that. I'm just like, all right, or you can catch me at, you know what I'm saying?
In
Like,
your
so I'm,
bio.
yeah, so
Put shit
like a
in your
little,
bio. Hell yeah.
huh?
They put shit in your bio. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
all right, people can know to find me. Like, I advertise, but let's say they go to my page, they can be like, all right, they can find me, and then they can click on the link, and then they can see what's going on in these spots. So I know at least 2 Saturdays out of the month I'm gonna be doing something.
Do you use you the I know on the Instagram is your main. Do you utilize the pin? Um, you know how you can have at the top of your pictures or whatever that it'll be that same one regardless. You know how you post a new video, post a new video, it becomes the first one.
Oh,
You can pin
no,
them
I
both
never
to make
use
sure.
it.
Yeah, so like I said, that might be like whenever you come out with the ad or whatever, or your fires piece, you can pin that. So that'll be there for like months at a time, whatever, till the new one comes out. Just shit like that. Just another idea, whatever. You know, what I mean?
Okay,
Especially you know, what I mean, if you get a commercial, whatever, they can go right with the information you got in your bio type joint. You know what I mean?
okay.
Just a random
Yeah, that's
thing.
tight.
Yeah.
So what it'll just pop up. It'll just pop up. I see a little thing where it says pin, so like that'll like everything will keep on going around it, but that little one thing will be right there, like maybe like on the third one over to the right. It'll
Yeah,
just stay there.
it'll be the first one. It's the first one. Like if you go to my YouTube page, the one I always play first, it's the first one. So like when I go to your
Oh,
page, it's gonna be the first one. You can do I don't know I don't know how many you can do, but I see people do all the first three rows. Like I said, you got to go through these three to get to the new one. Like it's because that's what you want. Like if you got a piece that sells, you got something that's really going on. I want you to see this first. Like I don't
oh,
care
okay.
what brought you to this page. I want you to know what I do though, and I
Oh,
think that's
okay.
kind of fire.
Now, that's
Um,
smart though. Yeah,
yeah,
because like
yeah,
people scroll through, it'll be at the bottom. Whereas if you pin it, people
yeah,
first say, "Oh yeah, he gonna be at." Oh, okay, all right.
yeah, yeah. And it's funny because it's like use the bitch correctly, use IG, use social media correctly, man. Like
Yeah, I'm still learning it,
yeah,
man.
but that's the fun thing about it. Like you, and I think we get enjoyment out of learning and being able to apply stuff. And that's
Yeah.
the cool part. You know what I mean? Like,
Especially being in platforms like this, like you just never know how much this, I see they always say three heads better or two heads better than one, right? So I'd be learning so much from you and Larice, because I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, you could do this.
Yeah.
Oh, you could. Oh, stop. I, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and it's funny
So,
because it's usually just trial and error. Just somebody else tried it and told you about it. So
yeah,
that'd be the fire thing about it. And I think that's the dope thing about us being a collective, linking up and talking all the time. Because a lot of times, like if we figured out something that we're probably hyped, we're going to bring it to the show.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I think that's dope also. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that yeah, that was good. I'm
Okay.
good. Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed that combo. I enjoyed
Yeah,
that
I
combo.
did too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can go back and forth between combos and instructions and stuff to do. But like I told Lau, if it is a week where we can't link up, let's see if we can figure out a project or something to do productive. You know,
Yeah.